How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to MySQL tutorial series where I'll help you level up your SQL skills. In this video today, we're covering union, and here are the timestamps so you can pause this video and jump around anytime. So understanding union is important because sometimes you don't need a combined table side by side like join. You just need to stack the results on top of each other like union does. And this comes up a lot when you're combining similar reports or merging data sets. And in this video, you'll understand the difference between union and union all. You'll also understand when to use each one and how to write them confidently in interviews and on the job. All right, let's get into it. Today we're covering union, and this is how you take results from multiple select queries and stack them into one list. The way that this is different from join is that union is top to bottom, and then join stacks side by side. And you can use union when you have multiple queries that return the same set of columns and you want one combined output. So here are the rules that you should really remember. Number 1, each select must return the same number of columns. Number 2, columns should have compatible data types, and this means text with text, numbers with numbers, dates with dates, etc. Number 3, order by goes at the very end. One way you should remember is that you order the final combined result. That's why you put order by at the end. And number 4, union removes duplicates, and union all keeps everything, and it's usually faster. So what that means is that union already behaves like distinct across a combined set. And if you want to keep duplicates, use union all. All right, enough talking, let's just jump right into it. Let's start off with the first example here, and for this example, we're going to find a list of patients who have either Medicare or Medicaid. So when I write the query out, I should get a result of patients who have Medicare only on the top, and then on the bottom, I should get a list of patients who have specifically Medicaid. So as you can tell, this is just going to stack on top of each other. So let's write the query and let me show you what it looks like. So we're going to do select star from patients table, where payer equals, we're going to do Medicare first. Let's just copy this and paste it down here. Change this to Medicaid, and over here in between, this is where the union is going to come in, and this is going to stack the two tables on top of each other. So let's take this and run it, and as you can see, it's only Medicare patients, and then on the bottom, we'll start getting into Medicaid right over here. Just a nice list of Medicare patients and Medicaid patients. And one thing to keep in mind as well is that using union is going to remove the duplicates automatically. But if I used union all, it would keep the duplicates. So let's see if we do have duplicates. I'm going to run this, and we're not able to tell right away, but this should probably contain duplicates. So if you know duplicates are fine in your query, then union all is often the better result. And of course, with this query, you can also add in more columns in here to make it a little bit more filtered out. So let's do patient ID. And I always like doing this. I prefer this actually instead of writing out the select star statement, because it often confuses the person making the query and it gets kind of tough to read. You get the point. But we'll do age, years as well, and we'll take these and run it with this. And now you get a nice, more cleaner result. And a quick tip on this is remember to keep in mind that you're trying to use the same number of columns in every select. So if I do 2 columns on the first one before the union and then 1 on the other, it's going to produce an error, as you can see right there. So try to use the same exact amount. So if I added this in here, and let's do this. Now this is going to run. Even though there are different columns in here, it's still going to run. So remember to keep that in mind. Make sure you use the same number of columns in both of the tables. All right, for example 2, now I'm going to show you a list of hospitals that are teaching and hospitals that have 300 or more beds. So in this example, hospitals can qualify for both conditions. So again, we're showing the duplicate behavior here. So let's start off with select star from hospitals where teaching status equals 1. And in this table, 1 means that the teaching status means that they are teaching. So let's just copy this, and we're going to put this right here. I'm going to do bed status, or bed count, bed count greater than equal to, because we want 300 or more beds. And then we're going to do union, which again, keep in mind, this is going to remove the duplicates automatically. So let's run this. And now you're going to get a nice list of hospitals that have a teaching status of 1, and then hospitals that have 300 or more beds on the bottom here. And again, I like to put in some columns in here to make this cleaner and more readable. So I'm going to do hospital ID, and then we need, let's do hospital name. That would come in handy. We'll do city and state. And then again, we need to match the second table with the same exact amount of columns. Not necessarily the same columns, but the same amount is a must. So we're gonna run this, and now you get a nice cleaner set. Now we're gonna find patients who are smokers and patients who have CKD, which is chronic kidney disease. And this one is perfect for teaching union versus union all, because a patient can be both. So duplicates are very possible in this one. We're going to be using the patients table for this one. So let's start off with select, and then let's filter it out. We'll do patient ID, we'll do smoker, and we'll do CKD. From patients, where smoker, we need the smokers in this one, we'll do equals 1. And what that 1 does in this table, 1 just means that a patient is a smoker, which is yes, they're a smoker. And so let's do this, and we're going to copy it right here, change this to CKD, and we'll use union first. So before I run this, remember, union stacks the results and it removes duplicates. So in this case, if a patient is both a smoker and has CKD, then they show up once. So let's run it. All right, and as you can see right over here, a nice clean result of patients without duplicates. And so, for example, if I did union all, then this patient who is both a smoker and has CKD, this patient would show up twice. So let's actually add union all right here, just to showcase what it's gonna look like. All right, and if I sort this out, you're gonna see some IDs that are similar. So this one, same one, and another one. Let's find another one here. This is another example, and this is another example right here. So keep in mind, if you're doing a union all, if a patient qualifies for both of the groups that you're doing a union all on, you'll see them twice. Once from each select that you use. And again, union all is useful if you want to count how many records came from each rule. Quick rapid fire of common mistakes that people make with unions and some tips along the way. Number 1, mismatched column count. If one select has 3 columns and the other one has 4, then the union fails. Number 2, order by belongs at the end of the full union statement. Number 3, remember that using just the union removes duplicates. So for example, if your counts look too small, you might accidentally be removing duplicates. That's a wrap for this video. Keep in mind, union is how you combine results across queries, and join is how you connect data across tables. And once you learn both, your reporting and analysis becomes a lot better. If you haven't already, check out my joins video that I did previously, and check out my SQL beginner series as well. If you got value from this video, hit like, subscribe, stick with the series, because I'm going to keep dropping practical SQL lessons and we're going to level up together. And as always, I'm going to drop this query into my GitHub page, and I'm going to link that down below so you can tweak it, learn from it, and play around with it, or whatever you want. Once again, my name is Sharif. This is Infomesser. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.